Hey everyone, Rick Ucchino joining you here again for Sportskeeda to talk about the latest episode of Monday Night Raw, which had major implications on this weekend's Survivor Series pay-per-view, including two major title matches and two injury angles that reshaped the Raw women's team. Now, I'm supposed to run down three things that WWE got right and two they got wrong, but you know what? I don't have any wrongs this week. I don't. I was genuinely impressed with the show. I thought it was really great. So you know what? I'm changing the rules on the fly. I'm going to bask in the glory. That was a fantastic go-home edition of Monday Night Raw. Screw it. It's my show. I can change the rules if I want to. And let's start this week with the WWE World Tag Team Championship match between the New Day and the Hurt Business. First off, dang y'all, this match banged. Cedric Alexander did have me a bit concerned with those three straight dives onto the outside, but outside of that, this match had everything you could ask for. Truly pay-per-view quality. Now, while I'm all for the Hurt Business getting all the gold they desire, eventually the New Day retaining here was the right call, mostly because of what's been happening over on SmackDown. Big E has not wrestled yet for the Blue Brand since he was split from Kofi and Woods. What he has been doing is taking part in some fairly entertaining backstage segments with the Street Profits, helping to build toward this Champions vs. Champions match on Sunday. Taking the belts off of the New Day now would have made Big E's only role these last few weeks pointless. So give me all the smoke on Sunday. New Day vs. Street Profits, that has all the potential of a show stealer. And after it's over, I expect the Hurt Business to come calling for and eventually claim those Raw Tag Team titles. Moving on, Retribution is on a roll, baby. 2 weeks in a row, Mustafa Ali and company picked up a win, this time over 4/5 of Team Raw for Survivor Series. Sure, some dissension among the ranks allowed Ali to get the roll-up victory, but a win is a win is a win is a win, and Retribution just knocked off 3 former world champions and, well, Riddle. Still though, this is good. Keeping the momentum going is good. Winning the way Retribution did is a whole lot better than losing to a group that's more concerned with fighting themselves. Also, shout out to Mia Yim, or Reckoning. She's slowly starting to step up and do her own thing, taking out Dana Brooke backstage and subsequently out of Survivor Series. Not sure the motivation there other than to just wreak some havoc, but Yim, she can be a force in the women's division if given the opportunity. The more she does, the better, as long as it's not falling to the mat and scratching herself all over again. Whatever that was. Speaking of the women's division, I can't believe I'm saying this, and I know, just go with me here. This Lana angle, it's starting to work, guys.
This is blasphemy.
I feel bad for her, like genuinely.
This is madness.
No one on this show cares about her whatsoever. Homegirl doesn't even get any babyface sympathy. Dana Brooke and Asuka just left her sitting in the ring after their match, knowing full well that Nia was going to put her through the announcer's table for an impressive 9th week in a row. By the way, kudos to WWE for creating an entirely new streak as we get set to say goodbye to The Undertaker this weekend. But meantime, I find myself now rooting for Lana. And I think she has a fair shake of scoring a big win on Sunday, maybe even as the sole survivor. We, of course, shall see this weekend. Before I get to the WWE Championship matchup, a quick shout out to Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss. Everything these two are doing right now is absolute gold. Monday's Firefly Funhouse episode might have been the best one yet, save for the Muscle Man dance. Bray's pivot to focusing on The Miz is a nice change, of course, given the way that the main event shook out, and the emotional roller coaster of a Bray Wyatt match, always nice to see. When we can actually get a look at his facial expressions, it's just a joy to watch. The Miz played his role well. $1 Million Suit John Morrison, he was great on the outside. Hopefully that suit wasn't ruined when Alexa dive-bombed him over the barricade, but you know what? This whole exchange was just extremely fun. It was a fun match to watch. I was smiling, I was laughing a lot throughout the evening, an all-around good time. Plus, Nikki Cross isn't giving up on her friend just yet. Her and Alexa got into it on the stage. I'm really excited to see where things go from here. And finally, the aforementioned main event. They actually did it, guys. I was wondering if Drew McIntyre showing up on Friday Night SmackDown to confront Roman Reigns was a red herring or not, but they pulled the trigger. The Scottish Psychopath is now a two-time WWE Champion and will be taking on Roman Reigns this Sunday at Survivor Series, giving us the matchup we all wanted to see following the events that took place on SmackDown. This was a hard-hitting matchup Monday. McIntyre and Randy Orton beat the holy you-know-what out of each other. Couldn't get the announcer's table to break as hard as they tried, as many times as they tried. It's almost like maintenance was like, you know what, screw this, guys, we're done. 9 weeks in a row of having to fix this, never again. I don't know what they reinforced it with, but it led to some really stiff shots. I think the thing that I like the most, though, is after GM of the Year candidate Adam Pearce showed up to make this match no holds barred, I was expecting some outside interference, maybe from Roman or Jey Uso, but no. It was a straight up, clean finish, a Claymore, and a 1-2-3 new champ. Now, by the way, just because I thoroughly enjoyed this show this week doesn't mean it was perfect. So I'll leave you with some nitpicks. Not things that WWE got wrong, I'm nitpicking here. The biggest one being, why was Randy Orton WWE Champion in the first place? This whole booking seems to me like it's, oops, we made a mistake. Like, they thought Orton winning the title was the right move, and then they had some buyer's remorse. I have to think some plans changed along the way, otherwise it makes no sense to give the Viper a meaningless 3-week run on top. Also, as we saw Monday, this Jeff Hardy-Elias feud is going to continue. Elias now seeking the truth still about who ran him over with a car a few months back. This program probably doesn't need to drag on as it is, but I'll tell you what, I like the fire that I saw out of Jeff Hardy on Monday. A mad Jeff Hardy might just be the best Jeff Hardy. And finally, social media lit up with speculation and anticipation about who could be the new members of the Raw women's team after Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke were lost to injury. Everyone from Charlotte to Sonya Deville, Naomi, even Eva Marie were thrown out there on Twitter. That was until later on in the night when Adam Pearce nonchalantly announced that Lacey Evans and Peyton Royce were the replacements. A real shocker there. Lacey Evans and Peyton Royce, the actual logical choices given the state of where the women's division is right now. If I were WWE, if I were making the decisions, I would have gone full troll here. I would have let that anticipation and speculation build all week long and not announce the replacements until Sunday just to watch the internet burn down. It would have been entirely way too built up, and it would have been all the fans' own doing. I would have had a good laugh. Regardless, they didn't go that route, and still, the events of Raw this past week suddenly has me very, very excited for Survivor Series on Sunday.